What's up guys, it's JackUltraGamer here, and before we start this video, I gotta say thank you guys so much for 200k. We hit it, and I think the most amazing thing about 200k this time is not only the number, but it's how fast we got there. We were literally at 100k about half a year ago, and the fact that we could gain double that, because 100k was like my lifelong goal, and the fact that we're already doubled that in half a year is insane. So thank you so much. And yeah, if you freaking followed along with some of the past videos and on my Instagram, you'll know that I've been working on a kind of like phase 2 of my gaming setup, and that is what I'm going to show you guys today. Alright, so I'm going to actually hold the camera this way because it's actually incredibly hard to hold the camera with one arm. But if you remember my last gaming setup, it was at 50k, and it was pretty much that whole setup right in the middle of this room right here. It's kind of awkward placing, and I loved it at the time because it was insane, but I thought that, you know, now it's time to move and clean the room up and kind of change things up. So this is where it's at. So it's obviously in the same whole area and stuff, all in this giant room, but it's in this little corner or little area right here, which is absolutely perfect. So looking at it first glance, it honestly doesn't even look that much different than the past one, but there's a whole bunch of new upgrades and different things involved that I'm going to go through here. If you watch the last one, I'm probably going to go through a bunch of stuff that I did there, because I'm just going to go through everything in this gaming setup for people who haven't watched the last one. But yeah, let's get into this. We're going to start right back here with the crown jewel. The one thing that no matter how good your gaming setup is, unless you work hard on YouTube, you will not have this little thing right here. And it is obviously the 100k play button that I have. And yeah, I finally got to hanging it because I did an unboxing video earlier, and then I just kind of kept it inside the box right here for the longest time. But I have this little table stand, I don't know what to do with it, so I decided to just keep the box up there because, I mean, the box is fantastic itself. And then there's the little button right here, kind of a closer look. There's my name and that. Obviously, it is smaller than it kind of looks on camera in real life, I'll be honest. And then we have this little bamboo thing that I've always had in this corner right here. But now, you know, now that I moved my whole gaming setup over here, I might as well take advantage of it, and I had some leftover Christmas lights, and I might as well put it on because I love lights, as you can tell. Lights make this setup like 10 times better than it actually is. So we have this, and then obviously this is connected to a whole bunch of systems I'll get to later. I'll just do the connections later. Trash can, because, yeah, it's trash can whenever you need to throw stuff away. Okay, we're going to start from the right side. So right here is my laptop and wired mouse. The laptop is just your standard Asus laptop. In fact, this thing has probably made it through all gaming setup videos because I've had this for a long time. But in fact, I actually use my laptop to edit my videos on, and I keep the videos that I record on the laptop. So if I go right here, I have my Adobe Premiere, and you can see the latest Cars video that we just did in Forza, and you can see that's kind of all it looks like. I'm not gonna go through everything because I don't think that's why you guys came here for, but you know, there's how I edit my videos, and that's what I recorded on. Actually, I will show you that there is my little Roxio app right there. So yeah, that proves I do record on there. And then I've always had that wallpaper, one of my all-time favorites, you know, the Murcielago SV. Right over here is a random chair that we just had down here, and I don't really know where to put it at all. Like, you know, there's so much space down here. We have giant big bear, doesn't really have a name, and then a random stuffed animal cat. I don't know, they're just chilling right there. Some of the wires. And right here we have the Blue Yeti. I don't even know what mic is even better for gaming, like voiceovers or anything like that. The Blue Yeti is absolutely perfect. Yes, it does look kind of funny because the thing is huge, okay? But it records it beautifully. There's absolutely nothing wrong with my own voice commentary audio with it. No problems whatsoever. I have the Rode PSA arm stand, which is actually extremely expensive just for a simple arm stand. But yeah, ever since I upgraded to an arm stand, 100% worth it. 100% worth it. So practical, so easy to use, and it helps so much. If we move on down here, we have a whole bunch of things connected to this one little box right there. That's kind of electric or outlet box. And it has a little switch. And I kind of designed it in a way that I can just flip this switch and it will turn my lights on and off. It doesn't turn all the LEDs because I'll show you in a sec that I have 2 sets of LEDs, but it turns the red ones, and the red ones are also connected to the tree. So this tree is connected to that wire, which is also connected to the red LEDs, and whenever I just want to hop in my chair and get on, I just press that button right there with my little foot, because why not? It activates the LEDs right here. LEDs, red LEDs are also connected right on the monitor, and then the tree. And then if we move on right up here, we have the second newest set of LEDs. Now I wanted more, I just wanted more lights, because why not? And I decided to go for the color changing ones, because with the color changing ones, I could have red, right there, and it just matches the whole entire setup of red. It's actually the exact same red because I bought these color changing LEDs from the exact same company that made my only red ones. But then at the same time, you have fade, right there, and then they're changing colors constantly. Probably my favorite, because, you know, why not? They're just fading lights, they're beautiful, you get to see a bunch of different colors. So yeah, that's pretty much like a little antenna. You have to point the remote at that whenever you want to change it. It has a bunch of different settings. Now, if you haven't noticed by now, you'll realize that this is just your standard Dell monitor. In fact, you might just have these at your school or not. That's because the story is that I just wanted some more monitors. I wanted more than one, obviously, and my dad had some leftovers at his work, so I'm just like, can you just bring home a couple for me, because that'd be awesome, and he did, because, you know, it really takes no effort. He just has a whole bunch lying around there. So yeah, I just have two Dell ones, and you might think, oh, it's kind of cheap, it's not really nice, it's just cheap school ones, but, you know, they're literally a screen, and they do pretty much everything you need them to do. I mean, yeah, I didn't have to pay for them or anything, so why not just get two? And they're extremely helpful, because if I'm playing Xbox on the main one, I could just have the internet running on the other one, or just whatever I want. It's just three beautiful monitors, and they all work properly. So yeah, there's the remote for that, and then here's the mouse. This mouse came with my computer that I'll show in a second. It's just your standard wireless HP mouse, and I didn't want to go for any like dumb Razer thing of that, because I don't need it. I don't game on PC. It's just a mouse, it's wireless, which is perfect, and that's all I really need, and it works extremely great. So yeah, that's why I don't have some MLG mouse, but I do probably have an MLG keyboard. This is a Razer Black Widow Chroma, obviously, if you haven't been able to tell yet, and it's currently on rainbow setting. It's mechanical, and I have a couple different settings. I have one right there. This is like, it's like red, but then it kind of flows with a pink, so it's like the ultra setting, I'll say, because it matches my, you know, channel theme color, and it also matches perfectly whenever it's set to red all in this place. So yeah, and then I have this one, which is just kind of fading different colors, just like the back LEDs are. And then if we look back there, we just have my computer speakers. They're just regular computer speakers. They have great sound quality, but there's nothing special about them. And I don't see the need to upgrade when they sound beautiful. So if we move on to the main monitor, this is an HP Pavilion 27XW 27-inch monitor. And it is insanely good. I upgraded to this in the last gaming setup, and it's so beautiful. It's so big, perfect size and everything. I don't know why it's loading up that. But if I go right here, I have Photoshop, and Photoshop is what I edit my thumbnails on. You can see the most recent one. This one was actually kind of complicated. I had to combine a bunch of stuff. There's that, photoshopping that. And there's all the different layers and stuff that I had to use for this photo, all the different stuff that I did. But yeah, I edit all my thumbnails in Photoshop. Obviously costs a lot of money. Along with that, I also have a bunch of different Adobe products. There's After Effects and stuff that I have over there. And you're probably wondering, what the heck is this? Because if you don't have these headsets, then yeah, you may not know what this is at all. This is actually the Astro stereo thingy-mabobber, and it goes with my Astro gaming headsets. And this is what this is probably the most recent thing added to this setup, because my Xbox stereo headset just broke a couple weeks ago, and that's actually probably the third time it's happened. I know some people that have stereo headsets, you guys can easily relate. So I was like, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm just gonna get the highest quality that I know possibly can't break. And I got the A40 TRs, and oh my gosh, there's so many good things I can say about this. Like the sound quality, the bass, everything you can control, and it's so comfortable compared to the stereo headset from Xbox. The only problem is apparently mic quality isn't that good. It's more muffled than the stereo headset, so maybe if I stream while using these, you're going to be able to tell that's not going to be as good as when I used to stream as of my mic quality, but you know, whatever. So here's my controller. Get off. Okay, here's my controller for the Xbox One S, and here's my beauty right here. And yeah, simple. I love it in white. I gotta say, I do not miss the black controller at all. This thing is so pretty. And I don't need one of those custom ones too. I think those are kind of a waste of money. Here's my little thing that I had in the last gaming setup, and I moved it onto here, obviously. It's my little really practical charging thing that I could always charge my iPhone on whenever I need it. It's connected to the computer, so it can always charge, always be 100%, representing TF5, baby. The hype is real. Moving on, right down here, we have the HP computer, and it is just your standard HP high-performance computer. I've had this for way over a year now, so it's pretty old. But I'm not a PC person. I game on Xbox, I do all that stuff, so it's a high-performance computer. It can do everything I need. It has a bunch of storage and everything, and it works properly fine. I have no rendering issues, no loading, none of that. So it's, you know, I don't need any custom special PC when it works completely fine for what I need to do. And right under here, we have a little beautiful rug. It is so cozy. You could just look at that. Look at that. It's so comfortable, and my feet can just lay there and rest there all they want. And right here is my chair currently, also from the last gaming setup. And I bought this. Bought this for a really good price considering it is so comfortable. You could just look at it. It kind of looks weird just thinking about it, but it's insanely comfortable because it just kind of, you know, it grips your whole body pretty much. You kind of just fall into it. And it's small, it's practical, it's light. I can move around because I can have it, I could sit like this to do stuff on my computer or Xbox, and then I just turn it and I go into there when I want to edit on my laptop or do anything like that. It's just a beautiful setup. And we're gonna move on down here below because right there is my Roxio. And yes, I still use a friggin' goddamn Roxio to record. That's the only thing I've ever used since I started my channel. But you look at the quality of my videos, you see 1080p recording on gaming. Yes, it doesn't have 60 frames, but I'm not gonna pay an extra like $100-something just for an extra 30 frames. It works beautiful, it is beautiful, and that's what I'm gonna go with for now. I might move on to something later, and actually don't look at that, that's just a mess. So you already saw the 1S, but this is one thing that took insane installation. I actually went out personally and bought this whole set of furniture just for this setup because I wanted something really practical that could fit right there because there's kind of like open space kind of randomly that's just right in this corner. And it works so well because my Xbox can just sit vertically like this right there, and I could display my games on the top because I really don't know what to do with the exact top shelf, and they look so pretty just displayed on there with the LEDs behind. And I have a bunch of random stuff I could store, like batteries for instance, a bunch of those, LED boxes, all the game discs just kind of lay right there, and a bunch of Adobe products and tape or whatever I need. And now we're gonna move on to my all-time favorite thing that was added to this setup, my prints. So yes, obviously you noticed these throughout going through it, and these are my babies. Now, if you didn't know, obviously I went to Monterey Card Week past summer, like I've said a billion times. These are my photos. These are actually my photos. I took them, and we went out to the nearest place, we printed them out in a large size, we framed them, and we hung them perfectly around. So right here, we have the Vision Gran Turismo from Bugatti. Probably one of my all-time favorite photos because it looks so aggressive right there and it's so clean. Right here, the centerpiece that I get to glare at every single time. Because it's center right there and I just see it right above. This is Alejandro's or Salamandrin's 918 Weissach, obviously. And he sold it sadly, which is really sad because, you know, I wish he'd kept it more because this car actually means a lot to me considering that it's literally hanging right above my thing. But I snap that right in the middle as he's leaving Exotics on Cannery Row, and it's so perfect, such a great shot, I love it. And right over here we have the latest RWB from Seattle that I got a photo of, and then I hung that up there. And it is so beautiful because just knowing that I have my own photos that are hanging in front, you would think that these are just some random kids' wallpapers, but they're my own, and I have to brag about that. It's sick, I love it. And if we actually move on over here, this is where my little brother plays from now on. You can see some of his Lego Dimensions stuff, you know what I'm talking about right there? Yeah. And this is my old TV set and everything. So he actually got my old Xbox One when I upgraded to the S. That's kind of that was my birthday present to him. I wanted to give him my old Xbox One, so now he had an Xbox One. Plus, I needed the extra storage from the 1S, all those things. So that's why I got the 1S. Other than that, if I didn't have those reasons, then I think it would have been just a waste of money to upgrade because it's, it's just a different console. So he has his variety of kids games that he plays on there. If we come back here, I'll turn the lights on. We have all my boxes that I have from the recent stuff that I got. There's the Black Widow Chroma box, the big Xbox box, there's the Xbox One S box, Astro box, this one's insanely nice. I gotta say, they packed this thing really well. Makes you feel like you're just unboxing just a crown jewel right there. You got controllers, all those things. You got, there's a stereo headset that I used to have. Blue Yeti back there. A bunch of old Turtle Beach mics from 360. A bunch of old mics. Keyboards. Bunch of random ones. This one was from a friend. And then I thought, I actually got the Razer Black Widow for Christmas, so I'm like, I guess I'll use that, sorry. And there's Blue Yeti stand, and then a bunch of random book stuff. So yeah, that was it, my newest gaming setup, and I think that's gonna be a keeper for a long time. Probably not many changes coming in the future for this. It's so perfect. In fact, I don't really know how it can be better. Obviously, I could just upgrade to like the most expensive monitors or the most expensive racing chair or whatever I want, but you know, you gotta be smart with how you spend your money. And I think a big part of why it looks so cool is because of all these flashy lights and all this stuff. And yeah, there's some keyboards and some headsets that are too expensive that I don't think I really need. But still, you know, try to save as much money as you can whenever you're being smart. If I'm gonna actually give some advice to this, I'd say what you need in your gaming setup is a proper mic, you need a laptop, and then a Roxio, because the Elgato is great, it's like used by everyone, but the Roxio is cheaper and it still does extremely great quality. So that's what you really need if you just want to start a low gaming setup or you want to pursue gaming on YouTube. That's just all you really need, and then all this nice stuff can just come afterward. But yeah, you've seen my gaming setup, and now it's time to pursue something different. I have been working on this all winter long, ever since Christmas, but now I've been saving up for obviously something else. I'm about to be 16, you can kind of tell what it's gonna be, and it won't happen soon, I'll tell you that, but I am saving up for it. I'm gonna work as hard as I can to get the best of it as I can, because yeah, now obviously it's time to move on for these low gaming setups. You know, you gotta move on big, you gotta get up there, and I can't wait to what I can show you guys in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching. This will be JackUltraGamer signing off.